guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, then a big welcome to you, and you have stumbled on the madness that is Jamie. So please subscribe. Yeah. Okay, so if you read by the title, I'm going to be doing a kind of, how do I put this? Like a dupe that palette kind of deal. I started the dupe my palette series with the Morphe 24 Artist Pass palette. I did the glitter shades in that palette. I tried to find dupes for the glitter shades and I did a pretty good job. So now we're going to do the whole palette. But I'm going to actually be using the Huda Beauty Nude Light. So this is part of Huda Beauty's like neutral eyeshadow palettes. She did a light, a medium, and a dark. And so this is the one that's supposed to be for light skin tones. So obviously that's what I picked up. And this is what it looks like. I love this palette. This is one of my favorite neutral palettes because it's different. So like you wouldn't think being neutral that you would have a purple in this palette or a pink, but it works and I love it. This is one of my favorite palettes. I cannot say enough good things about this. I love it. So I'm going to take this palette and try to do a look with that. And I picked up a dupe. So basically I tried to find a palette that looked like the Huda Beauty one. And I picked up the She Glam Desert Palette, eyeshadow palette. And this is what that looks like. This is the outside packaging, so it kind of looks like the Sahara Desert, and this is the back with all the ingredients. So I'm gonna open this up. I got this palette off of Shein, and this is the palette, same packaging. It's pretty thick compared to this. Yeah. So I got this palette off of Shein, and if you don't know what Shein is, it is a more affordable, I guess you could say, website. I'm not 100% sure how to explain it. So like you could go and find dupes on this website, but you could also find cute clothes, school supplies, there's everything. They have everything. So I looked in the beauty section and I found this. So it looks very similar. If I can get the plastic off of it. It looks very similar. Very similar. So when you put them up together, obviously the Shein palette is a little bit bigger, but they look really similar. Even the layout, you guys, is really similar. So I'm going to swatch it. This is going to be a long video, so just like prepare. Let me take this bracelet off. And my makeup wipes. Alright, so now with the Huda palette, you don't have shade names. So I'm just gonna go like left to right, and same thing in this other palette. And we'll just see how similar they are. Now the Huda one is just, it's so soft. It's so soft. Oh, the Shein one actually is pretty soft too. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is almost exact. That is almost an exact dupe. This is the Huda and this is the Shein. Oh my god, that's actually pretty amazing. That's actually shocking. Okay. It's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna go into this purple metallic. This is the Huda. Oh my gosh! And that is the Shein. So this is the Huda. And this is the Shein. This one's a smidge darker than the one in the Shein palette, but that's still pretty pigmented. Okay. Okay. All right. Then this little peachy colored, or salmon color, not quite. So this is the Huda. That one is the Shein. Okay, so the Shein one is a little bit lighter. This is the Huda and this is the Shein palette. So the Huda one is a little bit darker and the Shein palette's a little bit lighter. Or I hope I'm saying that right. The palette is She Glam, but it's from the website Shein. so now I'm going to go into this next row here with this darker kind of coppery brown in the Huda. Ooh, the sheen one's nice too. That is just so similar, you guys. Oh, okay, so when you swatch it, it is a little bit lighter. So this is the Huda and this is the sheen. The sheen is just a smidge lighter. Oh my gosh, but that's gorgeous. By the way, guys, this palette is $6. The Huda one is $29. So just putting that out there, or $32 or something like that. All right, next is this light cream color. So this is the Huda. I don't know why the lights are just so bright that it gives like a glare. Okay, those are basically spot on. Ooh. See, they look almost the same. I'm pretty impressed so far just with the swatches, but we will see. Okay. Alrighty, next going into the pink shade, which this pink shade is one of my favorite shades. Oh, like that would be a really pretty highlight. So that is the Huda one, like that's blinding. And then this one is the sheen. Oh, okay. So the sheen has a little more reflect to it. If you can tell, it's a little more blinding. I actually kind of like this one a little more. Didn't think that would happen. Okay. I'm impressed so far. All right, so I'm gonna go into the last row. Okay, so this one's a little bit drier, I'm noticing. Yeah. Okay, but they're still pretty close. So this one is actually the sheen and this one is the Huda Beauty. Where's my number? So yeah, this one actually is a little bit drier of a formula. That's kind of weird. A little bit different than what else was in the palette. Okay. Last two. And I don't edit my videos. If you guys are new, I don't edit my videos, so everything you see is unedited footage. So that's why you see me constantly like wipe off the product. All right, and then I'm going to go into this transition color, I would say. That's really light. Super, super light. That is just like my whole desk move. Spot on. Guys, literally the sheen one swatched better than the Huda one. I'm actually going to go over top that Huda one. Okay. Yeah, the sheen one swatched a little better than that Huda one. Still not bad. Alright, then the last one is the chocolatey brown color. Guys, this is crazy how similar they are. Like, so far, this is looking like a really good dupe, especially if you don't want to spend that, like, $30 for this Huda palette. Like, this one's looking pretty spot on. Okay, so there's the swatches of both palettes. Very similar. So we're going to see if this $6 palette can beat this $29 palette. Okay. Let's put the hair up. And there we go. Okay. So I'm going to use my little elf shields here. Take them. Okay. I'll need a mirror for this, Jamie. And I don't have any like face makeup on or anything. This is just going to be like an eye look. Okay. Using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm almost out, so I'm just trying to like use this up. Okay. Need to find my brush. I don't know how I have the capability of losing a brush in a brush holder. That light. Let me see if I can fix this light real quick. It's kind of driving me nuts. I'm not sure if that's any better, to be honest. But the light was in my eyeball and creating a weird glare. Alrighty. Okay. Here we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this primer with this middle shade right here. Finding a brush. I always like to do light shades with setting primer. That way you can put color on top of it. It's still kind of creating that like weird glare. All right, well, I'm gonna try to fix that a little later so we don't have that weird lighting problem. I don't know why it's giving me that issue. Okay. Oh, I love, 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 love light cream shades. Okay. So, what color am I gonna do next? So you know, this side is going to be used with the Sheen palette, and this side is going to be used with this Huda palette. So, that light is gonna drive me nuts. I will say that this is a little bit powderier than the Huda side, but they look about the same. So I'm good with that. So I think what I'm going to go into is I'm going to go into this salmon color from the Huda one. Morphe N507. Alrighty. I cannot do this light. This is going to drive me nuts. It is actually going to drive me nuts. Okay. I'm going to try to make it through this video, y'all. Okay. So obviously I know that the Huda Beauty one performs really well because I have used it multiple times and I really do enjoy it. The test is going to be, is this Sheen palette going to perform? So I'm going to take a different brush. I have multiple of that Morphe one. Where to go? Okay. And I'm going to use that same shade over here. This one is called April in the palette. This one actually has names. Okay. So this one doesn't have as much fallout as the other one. That's interesting because that cream shade did. Which fallout, honestly, you guys, does not bother me one bit. Okay. It's going to take some building. Hold on. Yeah, fallout is not something that bothers me. It really isn't. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can tell. Probably not. But this side is a little more pink, and this side is a little more orange. So, this shade runs a little more orange. And this one's more pink. That's interesting. But it actually performs pretty nice. I'm actually going to go over this one a little more with that salmon-y kind of color and bring it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I hope you can tell. Alright. So since I love just like simple looks, I'm gonna make this like super easy. Just a super easy look. So I'm gonna take this shade in the Huda palette with the Morphe M124. And I always use Fix Plus with the Huda palette because typically a lot of her shades run very glittery. It's just something that I've learned with working with Huda's formula is they are kind of glittery, which can mean fallout. Okay. Yeah, definitely two different colors on the eyes, but that's okay. Oh, I love this shade so much. I love this shade. Oh my god. Oh, almost just... This video is a mess. Okay. So that is what that shade looks like. It's just a very light, like metallic pink. Okay. Then I'm going to take the same brush, just a different brush. Maybe. Different brush. And I'm going to go into this palette. And let's see how that Desert Sage shade looks. I'm going to try it dry first, just to see. You see that? Oh my god. Okay, 100% hands down, I like this shade more than that Huda one. And that shocked me. Oh my god. I literally don't need Fix Plus for this. I could do this like dry. That is shocking to me. And it matches. Okay, so this is what's really cool. So this is more pink and this is more orange. So the Sheen palette is a little more orange and the Huda one's a little more pink. But so in the pan, this looks really pink. But on the eyes, it runs more orange. So it matches this April shade that I originally put on. That's pretty cool. Like, literally. I am so impressed. Like, I'm actually impressed. Okay. Alright, so this is what's interesting. So the swatches of these palettes look very similar when you swatch them, but when you put them on the eyes, if you can tell, they're different. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit of mauve to it, like on the outer side of my eye. I'm gonna use Huda one first, and I'm just gonna add a little more oomph. Okay. Then I'm gonna go into this palette. Okay, so this is actually more... Okay, the mauve one on this palette would be more of a dupe, I think. It looks like it's running very similar, very pigmented in color. I am so impressed. Oh my god. That is amazing. Okay, you guys, so here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts. So, would it be a perfect dupe? No. Is it a really close dupe? Yes, 1000%. It does look a little bit different on the eyes. So, like I said, this palette is more pink. This palette is more orange as far as what it looks like on the eyes. For $6, I would 1000% go with this. 1000%. This is amazing. I think I'm actually going to go online and order more. It's that good. It's that good. This, I've talked about it before. Is it worth the $29 or $30? I'm not 100% sure price tag. I think it is. But if you want to save money, go to Shein.com and get this for $6. Just saying. So that is my opinion. I hope you liked this video. If you'd like me to do more videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below. So that is it for today's video. I'm actually pretty impressed. It's not exact, but it's pretty darn close. So yeah. Alright, that is it, you guys. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.